Hi guys, Lori here with Beauty Simplified by Lori. This is going to be a little bit of a different video for me, but I've had quite a few of you ask about self-tanner, how to apply it, how to not get streaks, how to not get it all over your hands, all the things. And so I've put this off long enough, so we're going to get going, and let me show you my tricks to self-tanning. Okay, first things first, you have to prep your skin before you apply self-tanner. It will make the biggest difference in application and how it doesn't get streaky and splotchy, because what happens is that self-tanner will adhere to the dead skin cells, like on your elbows or knees, wrists, anything like that. So you've got to make sure that your skin is prepped. I use a couple of different things. This little tool here is pretty awesome when the battery's working. I turn that on, this goes around and it buffs, but this works just as good. This is from Soon Skincare. It is exfoliating mitt, and you can pick these up on Amazon as well, but it's really, really scratchy, and that kind of like exfoliates the skin. Then I rinse off and ready to go. Next step, you have to make sure that your skin is moisturized before you apply self-tanner. This is my favorite product, okay? This is by Jergens. I just pick it up at the drugstore. It's a wet skin lotion. I have it in my shower with me, and I put it on before I dry off, and I love it. Now I love the coconut smell. You guys know I'm weird with smells. Some of the other ones are terrible, terrible. But this coconut, let's see, it's called Infused with Hydrating Coconut, okay? This is the one I love. It's just kind of like a really light wet lotion, and if you've never tried one and you have dry skin, try it and let me know. You'll love it. Okay, next thing, have yourself on hand some of this. This is Acetaphil moisturizing cream. I love using this when I use self-tanner because if there's a few areas that I know I'm going to be worried about, like my knees or my elbows or whatnot, I can take and apply a little bit of this lotion and just kind of touch it on where I'm really dry, because sometimes like you can't necessarily like rub off all of that dead skin cells if you know. And I always put it on my hands before I use my self-tanner. That just helps so that I don't get orange hands. Orange hands are the worst, right? Raise your hand if you've had orange hands before. Yep, pretty much all of us. Anyway, so get you some of that Acetaphil in the jar. I will also rub it around like in between my toes and a few things like that. Let me show you how I do that. FYI, this is probably the weirdest video I've ever done. So if it's completely awkward, you know why, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of this lotion, and I'm going to try not to, like, you know, flash anybody in this video. And I'm just gonna kind of rub it around my toes where I don't want, and around my heel where I don't want a lot of that self-tanner to adhere. Just do this one over here. Especially on those heels, it's important. On my knees. And yeah, you kind of avoid that area anyway, but this will just kind of give you a little bit of extra. Okay, so let's talk about applicators. These right here, they're soft. This is kind of almost like a blanket, okay? That's kind of what it feels like, a velour blanket. And this works really good. So if you have like a velour washcloth or something, the only thing is that inside this is like a plastic thing so that the self-tanner doesn't come through and get on your hands. This one here is a cheap one that came with some self-tanner. You can see on the one side it's the velour, but inside it's definitely got some type of a plastic there. And that's, again, you just don't want to get a bunch of self-tanner on your hands. That's what gives you orange hands, and nobody wants orange hands. So the self-tanners, the two that I have used that are kind of the most common right now are one like this. This is the St. Tropez Self-Tan Express, okay? It's in the blue bottle. They have one in the white bottle. I don't really like it as much. But this one is for like an advanced tan in 1 hour. All right, and it is like a foam, okay, or like a mousse. That's what I'm going to be showing you today. Then there's one like this. This is the Isle of Paradise Drops, okay? This is the medium color. I haven't tried the light or the dark. This is the medium, and what you do is I will put some lotion in my hand and then put a few drops, mix it around, and then rub it in. My thing is I feel like this gets my hands stained, and then the tan on me isn't quite as like olive toned. So if you've ever put tanner on and you feel like you're super orange, that's kind of what this one does for me on my face. It just, I don't know, it just makes me look like I have like liver failure or something, and nobody wants that. Now, maybe if you've tried the dark ones, let me know. Maybe it's better, but this works really good to put in your moisturizer at night if you just want a little bit of a tan on your face in the morning. So that works really good. But I wanted to show you this one, okay? So you can see it has like a little pump action. I always have like a washcloth next to me close. It's just a little bit damp. This is just a nice microfiber cloth from mascara, and I've got my tanner. I'm gonna use this mitt today. And I always rinse these out and like wash them with just like soapy water afterwards, so that they it just stays nice and soft, and then your next application will be really good as well. So what we're gonna do, let's see if I can do this without like a mirror, just looking in this little screen here. Okay, so I'm gonna apply this to my face first, and many times I'll just apply like my face and like décolleté area here. Sometimes on my arms. I don't always get to my legs. So if you see me in shorts and my legs are completely different color than the rest of my body, that is why, okay? But I don't wear shorts and skirts very often, so I get kind of lazy that way. So what I'm gonna do is you squirt this out. See how it comes out like a foam. And then I'm just gonna take it and start to dab it on my face. And just kind of rub it around up into my hairline. And you can actually apply this with like a brush if you wanted to. I've actually seen people like apply just bronzer or self tanner where you would normally use like a bronzer, which works really good. Now make sure that you don't forget about your ears, especially if your ears are as big as mine. You don't want big white ears, okay? It's kind of weird, I know, but you just want to make sure that you are rubbing it in good, making sure that you're not missing anywhere. Now, with my eyebrows being microbladed, I don't want to have a lot of this color go on it. Many times, if you do that, the brows will go red. So I just take my little damp washcloth and just kind of wipe them off a little bit. And that works great. Now I'm gonna give it a little bit more. And we're gonna start here on my neck, making sure that if I'm gonna be wearing my hair up, I wanna make sure and get the back. And many times I don't put this on while I have clothes on, obviously, so, but I can't show you that. That would be embarrassing. Making sure that I'm getting a nice, even application. Got my back. Now you can't put it on your back by yourself. So if you are going to be using this and going like on the beach or something, you may want somebody to help you with that. Put another squirt on, and then I'm just going to start to apply it to my arms. Keep just buffing it in. And then I just kind of go on the top of my hand here, making sure that I've got a nice even application. Let's do the other arm really quick. And I don't spend a ton of time doing this, but when you are prepping the skin correctly and just taking that extra step, it will make a huge difference in your results. Okay, legs. I'm only gonna do one leg for you guys, just so that you can see it, but I don't wanna take too much time. Oh, hang on, let me pull this down just a little bit. And then when you're applying it, you'll see like my skin, it's like just such a pretty olive color. And then I just stay up on top of my toes, and I don't wear things that show my thighs, so that's not a big worry for me. You guys, that's it. That's all you gotta do. So spend a couple of extra dollars, get you a really good mitt that you can use, and then make sure that you've prepped your skin, and you will be golden. Now this is an hour, it takes an hour for this to really take hold. Sometimes I'll sleep in it and it does just fine. I'll wake up in the morning and I'll be super tan for a couple of days, but it fades. And I'll do this maybe once a week is all. So hopefully this is helpful. Let me know if you have any questions at all, and I'm happy to help. Last thing, don't forget to go wash your hands and make sure that you don't have any self-tanner here on your hands. See how I've like kind of gone up on my knuckles a little bit, and it will like be perfect. I'll go wash them, put a little bit of lotion on, and we're good to go. When I'm done, you can either shower or just wipe down with a washcloth. It's better if you shower, and then it'll help with not as many streaks. So let me know if you have any questions or if you need help picking one, a tanner for you, and I'll link my St. Tropez tanner for you. Thanks, you guys, and let me know what else I can help you with. I love helping you. So have a beautiful day, and we'll see you on the next video. You guys, one last thing I wanted to tell you. With the St. Tropez, I don't have transfer from it. So that's why I can go to bed in it. I just let it dry for a minute, and then when I get in bed, I haven't seen like self-tanner all over my sheets or anything like that. If you don't like the sticky feeling, like on your arms, your elbows, here, whatever, you can take a little bit of that Acetaphil and put on it, and it'll help take away that stickiness. I've done that before, but you just want to make sure that you are finding a tanner that, one, doesn't transfer, two, has more of a green undertone. That's why you don't get that like orange look. You get more of that really pretty olive coloring, and yeah, I'll wash it off in a couple of hours and I should be good to go.